The comic industry is a nasty place, and nothing has shown that more than the treatment Bill Willingham has gotten for standing up to DC Comics and actually doing something about their bad contracts that they give to creators. Even when creators own their own works, they truly are just slaves to these giant corporations. And of course, there's such a willing group that like wants the system to perpetuate. They want the clout from these corporations. They want to be the real actual published people so badly that they'll go after somebody like Bill Willingham. Now, this isn't new. It happens all the way around. And I've been talking about this for years, but there's a comic editor who is a longtime industry veteran who is exposing what's going on in the industry and exposing just the toxic nature of that. And it's really interesting to take a look at. So we are going to do that today. All right, my name is John Delarose, guys, and I have a subscribe star here if you want to support the channel, support our efforts in comics. We are creating books that are awesome here. I really want to get to the point where I can just make monthly books through Subscribestar. And of course, that will depend on you. If you want to come on here and help us out, just grab what we got. And of course, we're putting out all of our content as we can here. If you have content that you want me to put up on Subscribestar, maybe exclusive videos, things like that, let me know. I'll do so. I'm here to cater to you as the customer, and we want to build something truly awesome here. So check this out and check out my other links in the description below. I've got wonderful comics for you guys. We are the alternative to the mainstream industry, and I appreciate your support. Now, Valerie de Orazio, gosh, I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry, Valerie. Made these wonderful posts the other day, which is really exposing what's going on in the comic industry. Like, we've been calling this out for a long time, and here's what we've got right here. She says, I think it's interesting that some, not all of my comic book industry peers from 5, 10, 15 years back really consciously participated in the cancellation of their perceived rivals for gigs at publishers that went on to go out of business, not pay them, screw them over, etc. This is the ridiculous part. Like, I mean, if you look at a lot of these cancel culture a-holes out there on the left who are, of course, creating these blacklists, a lot of these companies like don't pay them or don't pay them well. And you see all these complaints. I've seen some about Aftershock Comics not paying what they were truly due to a lot of people going on earlier this year. Valiant Comics has been accused of doing much the same thing. It's crazy, but they want the clout from these companies so badly that they don't care that these companies are screwing them and perpetuating a system that's just disgusting. So they help out these companies by perpetuating the fear mobs that go on around Twitter and everything like that. It's sad. But Valerie goes on, so much backstabbing, rumor mongering, sometimes absolute lies, the hit pieces and comic book media. All this Machiavellian BS, and for what? What is there really to show for it? And how many publishers are still there insolvent? Not just the publishers, true, but these media companies. CBR, we did an expose a couple of weeks ago about how they weren't paying. They were overloading their employees. They're pushing like these AI articles. And of course, a lot of these people don't get paid at all. They just literally write for CBR trying to get clout. They try to write nice pieces about Marvel and DC in order to try to get access to those creators in hopes that one day they'll be noticed and then get the call up, I guess, is how it goes. It's really a terrible system. It's slave labor at the end of the day. And these people are just willingly doing it over and over again. It's simping for corporations. It's terrible. The absolute cherry on the effing cupcake is twofold. One, the destitute state of the current mainstream comics publishing industry that they, quote, fought for, didn't fight so much for the causes, fought for their own gigs and dollars. And B, the unwashed troglodytes they worked so hard to kick out of the industry, and fandom ended up making their own damn comics, and in a number of cases were way more successful. That's what we're seeing a lot. We're seeing that indie publications that just go online and just buck the system are making a lot of money. These people get even more jealous. When you see somebody like Eric July, Ethan Van Sciver, myself, anybody making comics, and we're making livings when these people just can't do it. We've seen Heather Antos, for example, talk about how like she was like not even able to like afford apartments and had to like crowdfund buying a new computer because these people weren't paying her whatsoever. It's just the clout that mattered to her. And of course, now she's got that clout and can lord over the industry. It's really crazy at the end of the day. And of course, what does she provide that, of course, we aren't providing better? We are. It's sad to watch these people act like this, but I'm glad that there's more people like Valerie who are getting brave enough to call this out. When Valerie does something like this, she's risking a lot to herself. She's risking being destroyed. She's risking people blacklisting her. And this has happened over the years as Valerie's worked on this, and I really appreciate her reporting out there. It's sad to see the comic industry like this, but we're starting something new. We, as indie creators over here in the Iron Age, we aren't jealous of each other. We support each other. We uplift each other. We're happy when people get successes, and we want more people to get successes too. And that's what we're trying to do at the end of the day. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.